Hello beautiful souls and welcome to our Gemini season pick a card reading. I'm very excited to share this with you today, so let the magic begin. So welcome to Gemini season. I feel like this is quite a fun season. You know, Gemini is the twins. It's very much about communication. It's connected to the planet Mercury. It's an air sign, so it's very much like head energy, you know, like that's what I want to do when I talk about Gemini, is be like, woo! They get very excited. They're the social butterfly. They love meeting new people. They love trying new things. They love talking. You know, they want to have like those deep and interesting chats with you. It is a mutable sign, which means that it can be quite changeable energy. So it might be like one day you might feel this, next day you might feel that. So just be aware of that. Be mindful. It's quite similar to Pisces. That's another mutable sign. So you might find yourself feeling a little bit changeable, and that's really fine. Just flow with the energy. And this is of course the ruler of the third house. So today we are pulling cards from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle and from the Pastel Journey Tarot by Vanessa Samina. I love that deck. It's one of my favorite decks. I just think the colors are lovely. So I'm very excited to share this with you, and what I would like to invite you to do, if it's safe for you to do so, is to close your eyes for a moment and just take a nice deep breath in. That air energy can be very quick, you know, it's like quicksilver and it's very fast and excitable. So just breathe in, come into the body, ground into the body for a moment. And just ask your heart, what do I most need to know for Gemini season? What is going to support me? Just take a few more deep breaths in and out. I'll do that with you, or just let our energy calm down. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes and just choosing either from card pile 1, which is on the left, or card pile 2, which is on the right, and just trusting your intuition will guide you to the right place in this moment. So if you chose card pile 1, then you chose the 3 of Wands as your main theme for Gemini season. And I think this is really positive, actually, card pile 1, because the 3 of Wands is kind of like you've started that journey, you've started that process, and maybe you're looking to expand your horizons, try something new. Maybe that's to learn something new or to travel somewhere new. But certainly there's an element of like excitement and anticipation for the next part of the journey, if you like. So maybe you've done quite a lot of work and you're ready to kind of be like, woo, I've done that, I've achieved that. What's coming up next? What's the next challenge or the next achievement that I'm working towards? How can I do that? And I think what's really interesting, and I want to bring in your second card pretty much straight away, because what came through is the Look for Fairies card, which I think is really nice. And I get a sense that together what these cards are saying is this Gemini season is an opportunity for you to explore your inner child and do something that feels quite childlike and fills you with like wonder and joy. And therefore it might be that you take up maybe a new hobby. Maybe you've been thinking about this for a while and putting it off for whatever reason. And this is really, I think, such a good invitation, because Gemini season is such a social butterfly, right? And so this is an opportunity maybe for you to meet some new people, and it might be people that you didn't even know you needed in your life, and you're just going to go to this class or join something and attend it and be like, oh my gosh, these people are amazing, I really love being around them. And that's really what that energy is very much about, is that networking type of energy, right, where you can connect with people and meet new people and just expand your social circle. So the fact that this says look for fairies, I think this is like twofold, because it's basically saying explore your childhood joy for things, but at the same time look for fairies to me is like look for the magic. And I get a sense that it's saying to look for the fairies as in look for the people who are the magic for you. Look for the people who are like your soul family and who you're just going to really vibe with. And as I say, you might need to step out of your comfort zone a little bit to get that. But I mean, if you can see in this card here, they're kind of like hiding behind a tree and floating around. So I kind of get a sense that they're not really that far away from you. So I don't really think you're going to have to travel very far if you do take up a new hobby, or if you do travel somewhere, right? I don't think you're going to need to necessarily go the other side of the world, but certainly it's like they're just round the corner, right? They're just round that tree and you're going to meet them. And I mean, obviously come in with a space of discernment, right? You want to make sure you're really truly connecting with people from a heart-to-heart connection and very much from this authentic space. But certainly I get this sense that actually it could be really good for you. It could be something to bring a lot of light, and I don't mean light as in lights, I mean light as in light energy, you know, lightness, softness after maybe what's been a little bit challenging. So I think get out there and explore, find something that makes you feel excited, something that reminds you of what you enjoyed as a kid. Like even if it's something that's just so silly and you just go ahead and you do it and you're like, I can't believe I just did that, go and do it and see how it can expand things for you. So if you chose card pile 2, then you chose Judgment as your main theme for Gemini season. I love how moody she looks in this. She looks like, I'm trying to make a decision, leave me alone. And I really love that this has come through for you, because this is like a spiritual awakening, a rebirth card. So maybe things have felt a bit intense, a bit heavy recently, and this card is coming in to say to you, like, you're nearly there. You are on the path that you're meant to be on, even though you might be questioning that and thinking, why is this happening? Or I thought I was going in one direction, I'm now going in another. This doesn't make any sense, right? But this is saying to you, it will make sense eventually, and you are going to come out the other side. You might feel a bit vulnerable, you know, obviously traditionally in Judgment, the people are naked. Maybe you feel a bit vulnerable in that space at the moment, and you feel a bit like, I don't really know what I'm doing or who I am or where I'm going, and I feel really uncomfortable in my own skin at the moment. And so I guess there's an opportunity and an invitation to find what the new you likes, right? And the reason I say that is because your self-care card that came through is chanting, and I mean, I love this card, it's really pretty. So for some of you, this might literally be go and find a local class where they do chanting, or it could be Kundalini yoga, for example, or even just online, see if you can find something. You could try chakra toning, but I feel like utilizing your voice and using it in a way that maybe you've never used it before. And the whole point of this is that it's okay to feel uncomfortable sometimes. It's okay when you're expanding out of something to feel a bit uncomfortable. I mean, if you think of a butterfly, when it comes out of that cocoon, do you think that's comfortable? Do you think that it feels good? Probably not. It's probably like, what is going on right now? Oh my gosh, I've been asleep, you know, whatever, doing my thing, and I'm now transformed into this, and this is a bit hard and uncomfortable. This shell, I need to get out of this so I can spread my wings, right? It's not necessarily going to be the most joyful experience straight away, but actually stepping outside of your comfort zone might be an opportunity for you to discover a new part of yourself, right? And in discovering a new part of yourself, you might find that there's a new thing within you that you can share with others, and this might not make sense straight away, and that's okay, because again, it's all part of the journey. But perhaps you try chanting and you discover that you really enjoy singing, or that you really enjoy working with the chakras and chakra toning, or you really enjoyed that Kundalini yoga class where you did some chanting at the end, and maybe that'll take you on a new part of your journey, right? But you're never going to know if you don't step outside of your comfort zone. So I feel like these two cards together are like inviting you and saying, do you know what, it's okay to feel a little bit weird and a bit uncomfortable, because sometimes through that discomfort you find something new, something exciting, something you can embrace, and that can embrace the new you, right? But you're not going to find that if you stay in that spot. And I mean, you can kind of see here, she's like a sulky teenager, and I mean, I don't want to use stereotypes, but that's the best way I can describe it right now, is she looks annoyed. She's like, oh god, I'm trying to decide, I'm trying to do this, and you are just in my way, and you're annoying me, and but really, like, she's got 1 foot forward, she's ready to step up, she's ready to go. And that might be the case for you. You might have that 1 foot forward, that toe that you're dipping in the water, and you're like, shall I try this? Shall I do this? Is this really part of my journey? Things have felt so heavy, I don't know what I'm doing. So just do something different. Do something different. I also am getting the word creativity coming in now. Maybe you've been feeling a bit stuck with your creativity, a little bit stagnant, and this is saying try something new to reignite that creativity within you, right? Because sometimes we can find that if we have like this strong path with creativity and we're like, yes, this is what I do, we can feel like we're creatively blocked. And when you feel creatively blocked, try something totally different that's also creative, and you'll find it will just get your creative juices flowing again, and it will get you out there. So I think this is a really exciting opportunity for you to really discover something new about yourself and to guide you in your rebirth. So I hope that you've enjoyed these readings. Let me know how they resonate in the comments below, as always, or some of you guys message me on Instagram, which is always so lovely to hear from you and to hear that you're enjoying these. And I will see you in next week's video. That's a wrap. Oh my gosh. Is to just close your eyes for a moment and just, obviously if it's safe for you to do so, my glasses are filthy.